The time that you took two girls to 57th Street for Mike Tyson?
You want to know that story? Uh, um, Back in the day, I used to work for the Harlem Madam. The Harlem Madam was this young lady who would go to clubs and girls who was looking to make extra money for being escorts. Uh, she would hire them.
So just to my guy, uh, who is that to ask me that question? Does this make him a civilian? Is he still a civilian that he's working for an escort service, a madam? Who is that to ask me that question, man? All right, I can't find your name right now. Right? Let's keep going.
Um, Back in the day, I used to work for the Harlem Madam. The Harlem Madam was this young lady who would go to clubs and girls who was looking to make extra money for being escorts. Uh, she would hire them to do work for them. You know what I mean? So this one particular time, I had actually when KG from Naughty by Nature brother had came home from college, and y'all know what college I'm talking about. I took a few girls to
Jail. Not college, jail. I think his name is Pookie. Right? He came home from jail. He took a couple of women. KG and them live in New Jersey, my nigga. That's state to state trafficking. The girls in New York, the Madam of Harlem. He's taking girls across the water. Several. Hey, Tisa Tells. How the hell are you running up on Gene like he's some hero when he's telling you he's a sex trafficker? To this other chick that be running around with Gene. How are you running around with this nigga when he was a sex trafficker? Tisa Tells. How are you running around all up in Gene face and talking bad about fucking Diddy, Tisa? And this nigga is really a sex trafficker. You need to check yourself, boo. I'm tired of y'all with this phony shit out here talking about Diddy. This is sex trafficking. Talk about it, Tisa Tells. Talk about it.
Madam was this young lady who would go to clubs and girls who was looking to make extra money for being
Right now, at this point where he's law official and he's moonlighting to working for a madam escort, right? Right? Let's keep going.
Back in the day, I used to work for the Harlem Madam. The Harlem Madam was this young lady who would go to clubs and girls who was looking to make extra money for being escorts. Uh, she would hire them to do work for them. You know what I mean? So this one particular time, I had actually when KG from Naughty by Nature brother had came home from college, and y'all know what college I'm talking about. I took a few girls to his party.
You see how much of a rat this nigga is? He didn't even have to say who party it was. Now you just implicated these niggas. This nigga, yo, he just talked too much, bro. This is what Unique was talking about. Why are you running your mouth about this, right? And of course, they gonna know he came from jail. You talking about, oh, he came from college. Y'all know what college I'm talking about. Just like, yo, bro, all you just had to say was just college. Like, you think you talking in code to the feds, you fucking nigga? Like, they don't know what 2 chickens is or 2 birds is?
Make extra money for being escorts. She would hire them to do work for them. You know what I mean? So this one particular time, I had actually, when KG from Naughty by Nature brother had came home from college, and y'all know what college I'm talking about. I took a few girls to his party. You understand? So the same woman that I worked for, she had to take 2 girls had to go to Mike Tyson on 57th Street. Mike Tyson had a condominium down, I think it was 57th Street. And I took the 2 girls down there. This was a long time. This was in the 90s, early part, the mid 90s or something like that, when Mike Tyson was the man. So
And he's still that bad boy. And he's still that bad boy in the mid-90s. Keep that in mind.
I wanted them to, you know, I had this Tyson shirt in my truck and I wanted them to sign it, but I was like, yo, that shit wouldn't be professional or nothing like that.
Upgrade to Google Fiber and pay one simple bill every month.
What about extra fees like installation?
This nigga been a groupie for a long time, right? These girls going over there sell coochie, and this nigga want a fucking autograph. He taking these girls around. He worked for the Harlem Madam who's selling coochie. Yo, I don't know how y'all out there that feel they got daughters or sisters or a mother, but a nigga taking, and don't this nigga got kids? And he running around taking women to have sex with other men for money. And he working for a woman. A woman is out there selling women to men. And this nigga's running around taking them, playing bodyguard, make sure that they go and get the money and come back and don't get raped, robbed, or whatever, while he's law enforcement. In the morning, he gonna go and be somebody PO and tell them what the fuck to do. But at night, he out here selling pussy.
A condominium down, I think it was 57th Street. And I took the 2 girls down there. This was a long time. This was in the 90s, early part, the mid 90s or something like that, when Mike Tyson was the man. So I wanted them to, you know, I had this Tyson shirt in my truck and I wanted them to sign it, but I was like, yo, that shit wouldn't be professional or nothing like that. But I was a fan of Mike Tyson. I had a
Nigga, what's being professional about selling coochie? Like, you running hoes, that's illegal, nigga. And you worried about being professional with Mike Tyson? Nigga, he would have signed it so you wouldn't have told. This nigga in here sex trafficking and got the nerve to be sitting in the goddamn courtroom. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black.
a situation in a club before when he was trying to talk to a girl named April, and April was my friend, and I was with her. So then, you know, I knew of Mike Tyson, but this is way before Zip had got involved with him. So I'm sitting there, and I take the two girls down there. So they go upstairs and everything. I wanted so bad to tell them, yo, give me his autograph. Give me Tyson's autograph. You understand? Because like I told you, this one Tyson was the man. You know, everybody, he represented New York to the fullest. So they go upstairs. So it was about 15, 20 minutes later. The one girl came back downstairs. And I said, what happened? She was like, nothing. I said, yo, I thought he wanted two girls. I said, I knew he couldn't handle two girls, but why he wanted two girls? He had other people up there. She said, no, it was just him. And I was like, yeah? I said, what happened? She said, he gave each one of us $1,500. And he said, yo, Gene, he just tore into that girl like crazy, like an animal. I was like, yeah? He said, yo, and I know this is a family program, and I know some children may be watching. He said, I wasn't gonna let him do my pussy like she was doing. So I told him I wasn't feeling good, and I gave him his money back, and I was leaving. He said, "Nah, just keep $1,000 and thank you." You understand? He gave the other $500 to the girl, and so we stayed in the car waiting for the girl to come back down. She came down after an hour and a half was up. I was like, "Oh, that shit was crazy." She said, "Yo, Gene, he a beast."